So I think, if you see, we have called out that 3 or 4 businesses are very important for us, especially cardiology, oncology, and renal care. And as part of a global expansion of cardiology business, we have done this acquisition. So this gives us a, direct market entry into European market. And also in next couple of years, when we launch more products and more approvals for products in India, we'll be able to take them to Europe very quickly, and we'll have a front end business, company to run this business in Europe as well as in the other global markets. And this company also has all regulatory approvals, and for European markets, for US market, and even for South American markets. So it becomes a very strategic acquisition for us. Yeah, so the Pendra basically has been around for more than 20 years, and the current promoters had been running this company for a long time. And the strategic value we saw in the business was around the capability of the company. So they have a strong R&D, internally R&D. They are working on a lot of new projects right now. And for us, the strategic should have come from Polymer's R&D, Polymer's innovation, Polymer's manufacturing strength. So all this combined together, our customer base, which is globally there in 125 countries. So all that, if we combine together, this becomes a huge strategic fit for us. Not really. So I think for us, it is more about accessing the European market. If you see Polymed's 1/3 revenue comes from Europe. So, and 1/3 comes from India and 1/3 rest of the world. So US for us is a very small, strategically low business. And so for us, Europe was the core market for us. And strengthening our presence in Europe, was very important. So we already have one other company in Europe, Plan One Health, for oncology products. So this now company will be for cardiology. So we already have companies which are manufacturing in Europe. Technology is originating from Europe, and it is able to fast track our presence on those markets. This is the main reason for this. See, of course, we are a public company, so we have to be very careful when we give guidance. But I can talk about Pendra here. So currently, company is around, let's say, 100 crore revenue. Roughly last year, FY24 was 100 crores, 10 million euros, 9.9 million euros. But we think in next 5 years, we can do close to around 25 million euros, around 250 crores. So with adding synergies from Polymed, we'll be able to lower manufacturing costs by, doing some of the work in India, for those products. And then final manufacturing will happen in Europe. So product will be still made in Europe, but with India's cost leverage into the product. So I think it's a very bold move, I would say. And I think a very important move. Today, it directly impacts the middle class, lower middle class, and where, look at home care products, where we are paying 18% GST, 12% GST, thermometers, BP instruments, glucometers, all these products were getting 12 to 18% GST. Now everything comes to 5. Medical equipment, medical devices at GST of 18, 12 and 5%. Now everything collapses to 5%. That means the cost of products will become cheaper for hospitals. So ultimately, the patient should benefit, and it will benefit from this. And I think government is very clear that they will watch out till the end of the cycle that the cost benefit is given to the last mile. And I think it's a very, very important move to, I think, improve ease of living in the country. Even the cost of medicines have come down, from 12% has gone to 5%. So everything related to healthcare has become cheaper. Even insurance today, health insurance, which we all presently carry, the GST is 0 now on that. So overall, it helps the common man to access the healthcare services, and it becomes more affordable for them. So I think government has made it very clear, and I think they are coming with a notification also, that any inverted duty structure, the refunds will be made, 90% of the refund will be made within 7 days. So this is very clear, and I think government has made it very clear. Though it may initially, the system may take time to get on stream, but I'm very confident that government has thought through this process, because GST has been around for now almost 8 years. So I think, and there is a refund mechanism already for inverted duty structure. It's not the first time it's going to happen. In many products, we had inverted duty structure. It's already been taken care of by reverse payment mechanism. And I think this should work very well, once government notifies a new notification. So again, government, if you look at the announcement, they have made this also announcement that 90% of the refund will be paid within 7 days of filing documents online. So today, let's say Polymed is an exporting company. So whatever custom duties we pay, are refunded online. So once you present the documents and do the proper documentation, the refunds are coming online. We don't have to follow up for any refunds actually. So same case will happen in case of GST also. So if there is let's say an extra money which government owes to you, if you file your documents, you'll get in time. So I think initially you may see some pain, but this will ease out because the government knows it very well that this needs to be corrected. You're absolutely correct. This has really hurt the industry. India had around $700 million of exports to US and in medical devices category. And I think most of this will get hurt at this moment. And my worry that what happens next? Till 25% tariff we were fine because all the neighboring countries have around 25 in that ballpark range. But additional 25 will definitely hurt the industry. And that's a huge challenge. And today most of the customers are saying that we can't afford more than 25%. The rest you have to take care if you want to be in the US market. So that's a big challenge for the industry. How much discounts we can give to our current customers to maintain the market share? So that's a big question mark right now. I think we are all going through that pain as an industry. Hopefully there's a resolution. We all hope there's a resolution. But for the time being, will be some disruption in exports. See, I think I'll take one by one. Let's say we have signed a FTA with UK. That's working very well. I think India has given a lot of leverage to UK, and I think India has also got some leverage. And I think today the biggest opportunity for Indian companies in MedTech space is to go to and supply to UK NHS. So if we go and today we have got a good access now, and with this reciprocal arrangement, Indian companies should target because it's a $25 billion market. So for medical equipment and consumables. So that's an opportunity that is being created. If you look at EU FTA, which is also under the cards. Recently, I was with the German delegation a few days ago. You're right, I had a busy week. So a German delegation had come from Germany. With Foreign Minister of Germany was here. Also met Minister Jaishankar. So I think Germany is also pitching as a favored country, most favored country, for doing business with India. And I think MedTech is also a big opportunity, and we have discussed that also in that forum. And regarding US, again, my expectation is, well, it's very difficult to predict, but I think in next few months, we should have some kind of leeway in this current stalemate we have today with the US government. And I think, as also Minister Goyal has already mentioned yesterday, that India may sign a deal by this November, December. I think probably that's the time frame I'm also looking at. So, see, when you see culturally, Europe is very close to India in terms of culture, because we are old cultures, unlike America. So, I think here the mindset is very similar to do business both sides. I think India needs technology and Europe offers a good chance, and European companies are eager to share technology with Indian companies and maybe do joint ventures or manufacturing in India. So, that's an area which will open up once the FTA is signed. So, that's what I see. And then secondly, it also opened doors to Indian companies to European market, because once we are in FTA, Indian products would carry a higher image and higher value in that market. We already have experienced that in the past. Polymer's 1/3 revenue comes from Europe. So Indian products are already very well accepted. And recently, Europe and China has already had a huge tiff in medical devices, where any company from China exporting more than $5 million to Europe has now been banned. Because similarly, European products are not accepted well in China, because China is still preferring local products. So I think this is a big moment for Indian companies to go and take that market share from Chinese companies. So let me tell you from where we are headed as a country. Currently, we have $8 billion import and around $4 billion export. I think by 2032, my estimation is India's exports will be more than India's imports. So that is my estimation for next 5 to 7 years. So we are heading towards more manufacturing in the country, more make in India. Today I was in a meeting where medical device parks were showcasing their capabilities in the afternoon in the conference, Bharat Health conference. And when I look at Polymed play a very important part, where we will do a lot of make in India products, where we will kind of, make a lot of import substitution products. And that is what we are looking at today. That's what we are doing, whether in cardiology, whether in critical care, whether in oncology field or in renal care. Everywhere we are trying to make import substitution products. So Polymed will engage more and more in manufacturing, invest more and more in manufacturing. That's our plan going forward. Next, we are already investing 500 crores, the amount we raised through QIP last year. Out of that, 500 crores is going for new manufacturing, setting up 3 new plants. So that will be our core, let's say, next 5 years agenda to make more and more products in India and make India less import dependent. And I think in the global market scene, I think India's products are now getting well accepted with the $4 billion export, which is already there. Polymed almost contributes $150 million out of that, of export of 4 billion. So I think we want to further increase our export markets, export baskets of products. And as we are developing more and more products, so we are in line to launch another 30 to 50 products in next 2 to 3 years. And I think that itself will give us a big market in Europe and in US. See, you already see PLI is creating some impact. Government is already bringing in more schemes, marginalization scheme where you can make a lot of raw materials in India. Government is giving support for that. Government is giving support for clinical trials. There's a PRIP scheme for R&D and investment. And then the National Atal Mission is there, where government is ready to spend almost 1 lakh crores on new innovation and new R&D. So I think government has done enough. Medical device parks, subsidized land rates. So I think government has done enough. Now the onus is on the industry today to look for products. And I think India is now well poised. 5 years ago our exports were only $1 billion odd. Now we are at $4 billion export. Our domestic imports have gone down from 80% to 63% today. The basket is going down, from that level. So if you see, already Make in India is already happening. And from pre-COVID level, we were only 800 factories in India. Today there are 3,500 factories in India for medical devices and equipment. So a lot of indigenous manufacturing has already started happening. And I think as time progresses, as I told you, I'm very sure by 2030, 32, we will be 100% reliant. Let's say, I would not say 100%, but more reliant on domestic production than imports. And then also we'll be exporting also more. So I think what is happening is that I think tomorrow also I'm chairing one of the sessions where there are foreign regulators. And I think our key message to the world is that India's regulation is now at par with the global regulations. And that's the reason we have got a membership of IMDRF. And I think that increases the image of Indian products. We are not a low-cost manufacturer. India is a country which can produce high technology products. We can produce innovative devices. And I think our regulation is there to support us, and our regulation matches with the global standards. I think that is the message.